Alright, fellas, this is probably gonna be one of the most ghetto videos I've ever done, so just ignore this background. Don't pay attention to it. But for those of you who paid attention to my community section, I made a post about want to do a kite video, and dude, I just gotta say, flying kites is just one of my most favorite hobbies to do, because one, it gets my lazy ass outside, and two, it's just so fun and cool to see all the different types of kites that people fly, and I have quite a few unique ones, so I just figured I'd go over some of my coolest ones, in no particular order, but yeah, I love it so much. But before I do, I gotta say, when it comes to kite reels, though, you don't want to be using something cheap like this. These suck. Especially something like this. Like, how are you even supposed to hold this? Like, with your fingers like that? You just hold it like that with your thumb? I mean, no one really thought that one through. Of course, you have a step up with other reels like this, which make it a lot easier to reel in your kite, but still, I mean, it's just, I don't really like it. So here's what I do have that I do like, is one of these, an actual reel, and I gotta say, these things are nice. There are some versions, though, where, because like with this one, you got the nice handle to reel it in, and right here, this red button is a little lock that you can adjust and whatnot, and there's some that have the thing where the handle also acts like the lock. I would stay away from that because those things suck. So get yourself a good one like this and tell these cheap pieces of shit to go fuck themselves. Now, getting on to some other kites, one of my favorite ones that I have is a diamond kite. Now this was, I got this from the website Kitty Hawk Kites, and it is just so cool. Their 50th anniversary one, and obviously as you can see it says, teaching the world to fly since 1974. Oh yeah, it's just so nice. And the cool thing about this anniversary kite is that it also came with this nice carrying case too. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. And it's actually pretty like sturdy too, for it just being like a piece of nylon or whatever it is. But yeah, let's get into some good ones. Alright, so for those of you who fly kites quite often, you'll know that they're like the diamond one that I have. It has like a frame and whatnot, but then there's some that are frameless that are called foil kites. And one of my favorite foil kites that I own is the Trilobite. I love this thing so much, and it does really good in strong winds too. It's just so cool, especially since again, it does good in strong winds. And I'm surprised when I first flew it. It was so stable for the most part too, and the tentacles actually act as really good tails and stabilizers. So that was another cool thing. But yeah, I know there are some that are absolutely massive. I would love to own one of those, especially if I could have a small variant like this. But I know there's like a pure white one where the eyeballs are red. That would be awesome to have. And then they have like a USA themed one, and the eyeball has like a white star. I think that would be amazing to have. So it's no surprise that airplanes obviously do pretty well. So it's also no surprise again that an airplane kite would also do pretty good. And I gotta say, this is probably my favorite one. This thing flies so well. And this was one I was using my reel one time, took it out, and I let out so much line that it was so far out, it was literally just a little dot in the sky. Then I saw a bolt of lightning and I had to quickly reel it in. But yeah, there's also another variant. Again, I got this from the website Kitty Hawk Kites. They also have not only this camo version, but also a a Blue Angels one. It is so cool. And obviously this one's a 3-dimensional one, which it's just so good. And the tail, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but the tail is in there. Obviously I stuff it in there just for like easier storage, because the tails on these are so very long. But yeah, I definitely love this. One of, if not my best flyer and my absolute favorite. So when it comes to other kites, surprisingly, the cheapy ones you could find at the store are also pretty good flyers. This one here, this B2 Bomber, is also another favorite of mine because it does so well in the wind. Now, obviously, like on a lot of these kites, you'll see it has two loops. The top one is for lighter winds, and the bottom one is for stronger winds. And oh my god. Again, just like the previous one with the jet, this one flies so well in the winds. And then again, it's just obviously you could see it's had some use because the tip is getting kind of destroyed. But again, I mean, for a cheapy kite, this does really well. And yeah, I love this. I'm usually collecting a lot of these cheaper ones because I have like I think a dinosaur and some like old World War One type planes. But yeah. These are just so cool, and they're very easy to get, too. Alright, for the next one, this was also one that I got from the store as well, was this here, Astronaut. Now, this thing has, like, let's see if I could get, like, a better shot. This thing, it is so long. Like, look at that. It's, like, almost, like, as tall as me. It's pretty cool, too. I like the design. And, like the previous one, for it being a cheapy kite you get from the store, it flies so well. This is also one of my best flyers. And again, it's not this super expensive, three-dimensional kite. Just another simple pickup from the store. And obviously, the added bonus is that it's space-themed. I'm a nerd for space. I love it. So it's always another added bonus for me. Alright, for this next one, this one's going to be a bit more on the unique side, just because of how it is. Most of these kites are not, or at least kites like this, are not flat, they're not streamlined, but they're pretty weird. It's a box kite. Now, most people would look at this and say, how are you going to fly this? Surprisingly, I've gotten it to fly. Now, it isn't easy, because again, this one, like the planes, has a top knot for lighter winds and a bottom knot for stronger winds. But no matter, at least in my experience, no matter what kind of winds I have, it's always been pretty hard to fly this. So I don't know if I'm just being an idiot and doing something wrong or what, but I mean, it's still cool when it flies. Now, there are also versions that you can get where the box kite actually has wings, but I don't have one of those, but I would love to get one, especially since there's some that are USA themed. But yeah, regardless, still a cool thing to have, and I enjoy flying it when I can. Alright, now you want to talk about a unique design for a kite. Check this out. An entire pirate ship. Yeah. Believe it or not, this thing actually flies. And it flies pretty decently, too. Of course, I had to make a few adjustments to the tail just to help with stability reasons. But yeah, I mean, look how cool this is. When I saw this, I knew I had to have it because I was going through an Assassin's Creed Black Flag phase. It's like, dude, hell yeah, I'll have my own ship. But yeah, even the little flags, there's such cool details, all the little lines and whatnot you'd see on a ship normally. Although this does require a lot heavier winds, and it also includes both loops, like the other ones. In my experience, I always find it just be better just to use the bottom loop, just because it seems to just fly a lot better that way. But yeah, one of my most unique, if not, well, yeah, my most unique kite, pretty much. It's awesome. This certainly gains attention whenever I take it out. Alright, this next one is a bit big, so I kind of have to stand back a little bit. Like, it's literally bigger than my entire body. But it is my biggest kite that I own, and it is so awesome to have. Like, check this out. Like, look at this. Look at this. Ooh, hold on. Okay. Yeah. It's hard to see, but yeah, it is a big in, let me tell you. But it is so cool. And this thing actually, when you get good in high winds, oh man, it actually pulls. So it's kind of almost like a workout just to fly this thing. But even the tail is quite unique, because let's see. Yeah, this is the tail. It's on its own bar, and it has 6 different little ribbons in order for you to fly it, or in order for it to be stable. But yeah, it is just so cool. This definitely takes up the sky when I'm flying it. Oh, it's just so cool too. I actually had a lot of people when I first launched this for the first time. A lot of people started honking and whatnot. They're like, "Hell yeah, that's so cool!" So, this one's definitely gonna attract attention. But yeah, well, this pretty much wraps it up. This is just some quick little video that I wanted to do about kites because I really do enjoy this hobby. It is very fun, and I love it, and it actually gets me outside and during nice weather. But I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you guys fly kites? Would you be interested? And if you were, what kind of kites would you collect? Because man, there's just like no end to the crazy options you can get. There's even new ones that I'm finding as well. Like there's these things called spinners, or what I've learned their actual names are like spinning bowls or crowns. Those are cool too because they're a lot simpler to set up and even just maintain instead of having to worry about the kite like wobbling all around or crashing and whatnot. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about kite flying and whatnot. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one.